The objective of this lesson is to add mixed numbers with unlike denominators by replacing one or more fractions with an equivalent fraction. In previous lessons, students worked with mixed number addition problems where the fractions had common denominators. This lesson will expand on that knowledge to include mixed numbers with unlike denominators. Let's begin with our first problem. Our class had 2 3/4 dozen cupcakes for the school sale. The other 5th grade class had 1 1/6 dozen cupcakes. How many dozens of cupcakes do they have together? The equation to represent this problem would be 2 3/4 dozen plus the other 1 1/6 dozen equals the total. The associative property of addition allows the two whole numbers to be separated from their fractional parts and added separately. Thanks to the commutative property of addition, the whole numbers can be added first. 2 plus 1 equals 3. Now the equation reads 3 plus 3/4 plus 1/6 equals t. The next step would be to find equivalent fractions with common denominators. One way this can be done is by multiplying the denominators by each other for a common denominator of 24. Other common denominators can also be used as long as the new fractions are equivalent. 3/4 will be multiplied by 6. And 1/6 will be multiplied by 4. Our new equation now reads 3 plus 18/24 plus 4/24 equals t. Now that the denominators are the same, we can add the fractions. 18/24 plus 4/24 is 22/24. Add to the 3 wholes for a total of 3 22/24, or 3 11/12 dozens. Another way to solve the same problem would be to write the mixed number in fractional form. The 2 would become 8/4 because we know that 4/4 equals 1 whole. The 1 would become 6/6. The equation would now read 8/4 plus 3/4 plus 6/6 plus 1/6 equals t. The next step would be to multiply the two denominators together to get a common denominator. 4 times 6 equals 24. 24 is the common denominator. The equivalent equation now reads 48/24 plus 18/24 plus 24/24 plus 4/24 equals t. T equals 94/24 or 47/12 dozens of cupcakes. Let's try one more problem. Molly is making island punch for a luau party. She mixes 3 2/3 cup orange juice with 1 1/2 cups pineapple juice. How much juice will she have for the party? Let's solve by adding the whole numbers first and then adding the fractional parts. The equation to represent this problem would be 3 2/3 cup orange juice plus 1 1/2 cups pineapple juice equals the total amount of juice. Start by adding the wholes. 3 plus 1 equals 4 cups of juice. The equation now reads 4 plus 2/3 plus 1/2 equals t. Now add the fractions. Begin by multiplying the denominators to find a common denominator of 6. 2/3 is equivalent to 4/6, and 1/2 is equivalent to 3/6. The total juice Molly has is 4 7/6 cups. Generally speaking, numbers written as mixed numbers are usually represented with the wholes being grouped together, plus a fraction less than 1. The resulting fraction of 7/6 is greater than 1, so an additional whole could be added to the mixed number, making the total 5 1/6 cups of juice. However, both are equivalent, so both are correct. The objective for this lesson was to add mixed numbers with unlike denominators by replacing one or more fractions with an equivalent fraction. We met this objective by decomposing the fractions into their wholes and fractional pieces. Then we generated equivalent fractions with common denominators in order to add the mixed numbers.